Hello students, we will discuss unit number 3 from the course book. It is a poem titled On Children written by Khalil Gibran. Khalil Gibran was born in the year 1883. He is a Lebanese American artist and poet. His poems are considered poetic essays as they do not adhere to the usual versification. The Prophet is his best known work and has been translated into more than 25 languages, including Kannada. On Children is a selection from The Prophet, which offers a critique of the usual expectations of the parents regarding their children and urges them to introspect. Introspect means examine one's own thoughts or feelings. A poem that speaks of the role of parents in raising children. The poem serves as an iconoclast, deconstructing the established beliefs and customs that dictate the attitudes of parents towards children. Look at the first line. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." A woman who holds a babe close to her heart requests to speak to them about children. She wants to know who are children, what are children, what is the responsibility of the parents. And he said, "Your children are not your children." Here, he is the prophet. The prophet declares that one's children are not one's own. Children do not completely belong to their parents. They should have their own space. Parents should not be possessive of their children. Next line. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. It means that parents give birth to their sons and daughters. And these sons and daughters have the desire to be born. They want to come on this earth. Next line. They come through you, but not from you. It means parents give birth to their children. They are the mediums through which life expresses. Parents do not own them. Next line. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. Children live with the parents, but they are the children of God. They are the gifts of nature. They belong to the society. They have independent personalities. Next line. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts. Parents can give love and affection to their children, but not their thoughts. They should not impose their thoughts. They should not pressurize their children. The reason is given in the next line. For they have their own thoughts. Because children have their own thoughts. Next lines. You may house their bodies, but not their souls. For their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may house their bodies, but not their souls. Parents may give food, clothing, shelter, love, strength, and other facilities to the children, but they cannot influence the souls of their children. Soul means an inner character. The role of parents is stewardship. The meaning of stewardship is taking care of something. Why parents can't house their souls? The answer is given in the next line. For their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. Because the children belong to the future. The children have a different vision of life. Parents cannot even dream about the vision of their children. Parents must encourage and support to make their vision realize. Next line. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. Prophet advises the parents to struggle to be like their children. Children have better thoughts. Children belong to the next generation, but they should not make their children like them. Next line. For life goes not backward nor tarries with yesterday. It means life does not stay in the past. Life must be progressive. The next lines. The poet uses metaphors. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, and his arrows may go swift and far. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The poet uses metaphors. The bows are parents, children are arrows, and the archer is God. Children are born to the parents. We have to accept this one. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite. While shooting the arrow, the archer looks on the path of the infinite. It is infinite because there are unlimited opportunities for the children. Children have their own goals. The children reach their goals or target on that endless path. When archer shoots the arrow, children reach their target. The archer bends parents with his might that his arrows may go swift and far. While shooting the arrow, the archer bends the bow with his power, and his arrows may go with speed. The arrows find their goal. Next line. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. It means parents should bend before God with happiness. Parents should surrender God. Then God would bless them with good children. Lastly, for even as he loves the arrows that flies, so he loves the bow that is stable. Because God loves both the arrows and the bow. God loves both the children and the parents because they are his creations. Thank you.